What is going on, my friends? Welcome to today's video, and I just wanted to share with you guys this special moment. Guess what I have here in this special box? It's a delivery from Amazon, and it has 5 copies of the book that I wrote. So it's gonna be the first time that I actually open and get to see a physical copy of the book that I write, so it's like a pretty exciting moment, so I guess I just wanted to film my reaction and just share it with you guys. So here it goes. Moment of truth. Imagine me getting a different kind of book. So happy to share with you guys, by the way. Oh man, I can't believe this. This is so freaking awesome. Here it is, my friends. Erieville. Welcome to Erieville, a place of magic, charm, challenges, and scary creatures. Man, I can't believe it, my friends. It's been about 2 years since I've began writing this book. The story itself, like, it's been since before, like just me playing video games. I play a lot of Castlevania, and he's in a castle, and but I always like that's what my plan was, to make a video game of me inside a castle, put myself in that character's position, fighting against like skeletons and zombies and all that. But when I was actually kind of writing the story, like, well, why is he in the castle? Why is Crimson, like the main character, in a castle, and what is he looking for? What is his purpose? You know what I mean? So this is pretty much the backstory to that. It's like there's a princess that was kidnapped, and he's trying to save her, but the guy is weak. He doesn't know how to fight. He doesn't know anything. He's a nobody, you know what I mean? So it's kind of his story, and how it escalated to all that. So now, okay, the book itself is, I can't believe it doesn't have page numbers. Man, I guess I'm gonna have to put those in the manuscript. It's 167 pages, my friend, and my apologies that it doesn't have the page number. Yes, I thought Amazon was gonna do it. I even looked into it, and it said that Amazon was gonna put the page numbers, but I guess I'm gonna have to do it. So I'll do it. It's 30 chapters, 167 pages, and I can't believe I have it here. Just want to thank you guys for being with me the whole process. I've been sharing videos of my struggles and my doubts and all that, and I remember when I actually made this map, because it got to a point in the story where the character like was running all over the place, so you're like, man, I gotta make a map so I can know where he is, like a physical location, because I mean, having all that in your mind is like, man, it's too much, so man, I remember that point was a very exciting thing, because I mean, I got to make a world however I want it, and it's like every child's dream, I guess, so and especially naming the places, like okay, let's say this guy, he's in the forest. What is the name of the forest? Like, who gets to name the forest? Like, well, I have to name it. I'm the author of the story, so the forest has to have a name and stuff like that. The School of Magic and the lakes and the rivers and all that. So that was definitely one of my favorite things, and all that. So also the artwork, I'm gonna change it. It's super basic, but man, I had a deadline. I've set myself a deadline, Valentine's Day. So I had to have everything ready. So it was a very fast art thing that I did, but I'm definitely gonna make it better. I want to have like other things, the other characters just there, like different scenes from the story itself. I kind of like wanted to make another reason that I wanted to make a story is because I really like filming, and this is gonna give me, when you feel something that is not, you don't own the copyrights to, there's always that, oh man, what if I upload it to YouTube? I mean, it's not my story, it's not my book. So, but if you write the story yourself, I mean, that kind of like makes it like much easier for you to like have no problems with it, since you have like all the copyrights and all the rights to your own story. Yeah, I want to turn it into graphic novel. I want to turn it into animation. I want to turn it into, like, of course, your traditional feature film with actors, and actresses and all that, costumes. I want to make it, I want to make some puppets. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen the film, The Dark Crystal. The first one came out like in the 1980s, and then there was a newer version about 10 years ago. So the puppets, there were some puppets, and the whole atmosphere, it's a totally different world, that you can create with art, with sculptures and with puppets and puppetry and all that. So that's definitely what I do like that. I kind of want that vibe, the darkish vibe that you can achieve with the 3D lighting, and just that whole vibe. You know what I mean? Like the labyrinth, all that vibe is. I really like it. I really like it. So right now, all that is a pre-production. There was some 20 something characters in the story, so I would need to make 20 something puppets plus all the sets. So that's a lot. That's one of the things I want to do. Kind of experiment like different filming techniques. Your traditional and then animation, and then the puppetry and all that. See which one works out. I'm gonna be doing a little bit of each. You're gonna be seeing me hopefully like make videos here and there, kind of experiment which one's faster, which one takes more money, and just weigh out the pros and cons and kind of develop like a pathway, and so I could be more productive, I guess. So anyway, yeah, that's that, my friends. And well, man, if you guys check it out, thank you. You guys see me walking to school or in the street or whatnot at a gig. I'll be planning having copies of these. So if you ask me, hopefully I'll say it here and I'll have one. Hopefully I say, here you go. Thank you so much. The book itself is about a quest, but honestly, the book itself for me personally, like as a writer, as an author, it's a quest itself. I was like feeling lost many times, frustrated. I started getting some gray hairs. I've never had gray hair before, man, but I started getting some, and I don't know if it was because of all that, and having all that in your head, But anyway, I mean, my goal is to, now that I know how to process all this and write it, it took me about 2 years more or less, to start the whole process. I mean, my plan is to now have it out faster. I already started writing the sequel to this, like what happens afterwards, when this ends. So my plan is to have it out at least in a year, more or less. If faster possible, definitely faster. You know what I mean? Special and huge thanks for the people at the writing center, at the EPCC Writing Center, for just guiding, for taking a look at. They literally read the entire chapters. Took me like a whole semester to take the chapters here and there. So they literally read it, like different people, of course, different students and different employees at the writing center. They read everything and they gave me feedback that was so valuable. Thank you so very much, you guys. Definitely gonna have a copy for you guys delivered to where you're at, in the Rio Grande and also at Valle Verde, so because man, that really helped me out. It's a huge thing that you got to do. Like you're creating this whole new world with a new story, and it's overwhelming. And it's sometimes you feel lost, and overwhelmed. So thank you for giving me the feedback. Hey, check out with this, and hey, what about this? Like, oh man, I totally missed. I wouldn't have noticed if somebody would have told me. Also, special thanks to my friend Isaac. He read, he also read a lot of the chapters, and he gave me the feedback. You know what I mean? So, like hearing feedback from different people, which is pretty much what an editor does. You know what I mean? Gave me a lot of like guidance, most of all, guidance and reassurance. Also, special thanks to my creative writing teacher, Professor Ramirez, for literally teaching me how to write books. That's something that will always stay with me for the rest of my life. I always remember her and remember like the fact that she taught me. So thank you so much. Also, thank you very much for all my clients, for work, for the Weed Destroyer and for the Handyman. And if you hire me for any of the services that I do, thank you so much, because you literally fund the whole thing. Thank you so much, and all my projects and all my bills and all that. So thank you so very much, you guys. If you hired me for a gig, for music, for a show, for landscaping, for handyman work, for painting, if you hired me for stripping services, not that kind of stripping. The stripping the walls. Just kidding. If you hired me for any of those things, thank you so much, you guys. You've made it possible. And a big shout out also to the EPCC Film Club, to all the members, to all our friends, to our advisor, Professor Head, for helping us out, with all the making videos and all that. The book is on paperback and Amazon for $5, and it's on Kindle for 99 cents. I chose the cheapest options that were available to me on Amazon.com. But I also have a free version available for you guys on YouTube and on my Instagram link. There's a link tree on the bio section, and it has like the option for you to download the whole book, as a PDF. All right, you guys, and before I go, I guess I'll start reading the first lines of this book. for the EPCC students and staff. Dedicated to you guys. Thank you for all your help, you guys. Chapter 1. Molly's heart pounded fast and her footsteps swooshed as she ran through the woods. Her long, puffed dress turned brown at the bottom from the dirt she was stepping on. Why didn't I bring a map? She thought. She stopped running and grabbed her mushroom-shaped hat she was wearing. Aparicia Vaya! She exclaimed as she put her hand inside it. It had white circular dots. Suddenly, a compass came out of her hat. She looked at it, trying to identify what exactly it was. A compass? She exclaimed with a frown. I regret coming here. I just wanted to explore the forest a little. Oh! So there it is. Why is she running? Where is she running? And what about her magical mushroom hat? If you want to know more about it, you can read this book. Can you handle Erieville? How long can you stay in Erieville? Thank you guys. Just kidding. You guys have a good one. Love you guys.